Hi everybody, I'm Mark Nicholson, aka BigBlackHatMan.
I'm Layne Groseth, multiple characters in Mark's multiple videos.
Yeah, well I play a lot of characters too, but
here he is.
For this purposes I only play BigBlackHatman in this video.
And I'm John Ford.
And you're playing John Ford.
No, I am John Ford.
Oh, you are John Ford? So you've been dead for 50 years.
Well, reincarnated.
Oh, reincarnated. You know, he did actually die. He died in 69, I believe.
And I was born in 70, so it works out pretty good.
There you go. Maybe you are reincarnated Henry John Ford. So, look at that costume. Look at that advanced costume you have for this one.
It took quite a lot of time in makeup. We had such a good-looking makeup gal to do it all, too.
Yeah.
Because we're high budget.
For those who don't know, that actually is how John Ford dressed for things. He really didn't care how he dressed in public.
Kind of like you.
Yeah, kind of like me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm kind of doing.
And you don't look old enough to be the one-eyed John Ford. John Ford was like, I think, in his 60s when he lost the eyes. So.
Well, unfortunately, in that video, I kind of look like I'm in my 60s. So you know, it's okay. It was a fun one to get into character because I could really channel my inner grumpiness and
yeah. And with John Ford, inner grumpiness is the key because he was a grumpy individual.
And then be rude and not care.
Yeah. Oh, you did a great job though. I mean, you stepped up, and it's been what 3 years, did I say, since we made this video?
Yeah, and it's still one of my favorites. It's one of our early ones too, before we really refined everything.
Yeah. I almost wish I'd done this with the better camera that I've got now because this is one of my favorite videos we've done too, just because it went so well.
Yeah. It was quick.
There I am.
Really.
There am I holding my head down in shame, just like I probably should for all the videos I make.
I wouldn't go that far.
Oh,
we
okay.
have a lot of fun.
Hey, there's the opening. I use that
That's
picture
what I shocked Mark, by the way.
Yeah. I should go back to using that picture. I haven't used that picture for a long time. That's an awesome picture. Oh, like I'm talking about John Ford now.
Yeah.
Boring. Boring. You're boring! Stop talking!
This was just one of the many.
That wasn't who I was trying to channel right there. I was channeling the old John Ford.
Yeah, young John Ford was aggressive, but he wasn't quite as bad as older John Ford. John actually was probably worse in the 40s and 50s when he was just. Well, then when he got sick, I've heard he was just intolerable, but he was more controllable too. Like he'd actually listen to what Wayne said to him. There you go. There's probably the abusive John Ford. That one right there. That's the guy.
Well, I can understand though. When a guy's got a vision and people can't see it, it really makes you mad.
Yeah, well, I mean, you think about it too. He worked in the studio era, right? So you constantly had producers
They were idiots.
Oh yeah, and
overseeing everything you did.
They would mess with. He would intentionally not shoot scenes because he said, "If I shoot it, the stupid editor will use it." Because he knew the producers would mess with him.
Gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Look how fat I am. I'm glad I lost the weight.
You know,
Oh, it's Larry. Hi, Larry.
Mr. Ford.
I haven't worked with Larry for a long time.
No, I haven't talked to Larry for a while.
I see him every now and then, but
Sure, I'd
He's-
be happy to help.
It was really fun doing this when I could blow Mark off and not even
Wait.
act like he was there, and these other people would just kind of wander in, and I'd give them all my full attention. That was a lot of fun.
it actually was. It was pretty funny. It worked for me too.
There's truly a problem going on.
Larry's still the guy who did the music for the show, so I got to give him credit for that.
You couldn't even.
I miss working with Larry. I had to do something with him again sometime. I don't know how though. He works on a different shift from me now. It's just hard to see him very often.
You know, you can't bounce ideas off people sometimes. It's hard to
Yeah.
come up with the new
I don't
stuff.
have the budget for any crew members. Are you just here to meet Mr.
I like this gag where you discover he's just a guy who came on the set.
I'd be happy to help a hard-working young man like yourself at any time.
That was awesome.
Just oblivious. That's hilarious. Well, it probably knows, but just likes making fun of.
Near the very beginning of the movie business.
Oh.
Silence in the 19 teens.
In the 19 teens, isn't that that's so awkward?
Harry Carey on above average westerns for the day.
Oh, it's Harry Carey. Hello, Harry Carey. Everybody grabs your left arm across your body. That's what he did. That was his thing. Everybody thinks it's John Wayne from The Searcher, but it's
I
actually
thought he
Harry
did the
Carey.
7th-inning stretch.
What's that?
I thought Harry Carey did the 7th-inning stretch.
He does.
Well, he did.
He did. Yeah, he did. They're both dead. They're all dead. Every Harry Carey is dead.
So they're making terrible movies in the sky now.
Yeah. The two Harry Careys together would make some weird movies.
He also helped build the careers of John Wayne, Fonda, and others.
There's his admiral's outfit. He actually got promoted all the way to admiral before his military career was over.
Really?
Yeah. And he was just in to do filming, But during Midway, he actually jumped up in this tower they told him to stay out of. He got wounded. He actually had a Purple Heart because he got wounded trying to film stuff he shouldn't have been trying to film.
It's kind of impressive.
Yeah. No, he actually did make a good effort in World War II to film. He actually gave John Wayne infamous just tons of crap about never being involved.
Mr. Ford, can I get you anything?
So there you go. Here's the... I think this is where... Yeah. Here's Patrick.
Yep.
Oh, I miss Patrick. He's been doing so much stuff. I can't work with him anymore. I actually wanted him to come back with the one video where my hat gets stolen.
Right.
I wanted him to be the bad guy, but he didn't have time.
That would be good.
Yeah.
Truly, the epitome of great.
He always surprised me as being a much better actor than I would have ever thought Pat to be.
Mr. Hollywood Snow.
And he did such a good job.
Yeah.
Young man, I could tell that you're quite intelligent and you know quite a bit about the world. Do you like boating?
You like voting.
I've heard that you're an avid and fine sailor.
Oh, that's funny.
It's like butter to grow that butt.
Young man, I like you. You can call me
You
Jack.
can call me Jack. Yeah, actually, yeah. John Ford did go by Jack. That's actually...
Some others have.
Actually, he worked. He did one film with Humphrey Bogart, and Bogart called him Jack before he gave him permission to, and so John Ford refused to work with him ever again because of that one slight.
Wow.
Yeah.
Down to the pub and
But then on the other side,
That's funny.
when they made My Darling Clementine, which had Walter Brennan in it,
Uh-huh.
Thank you,
Walter
young
Brennan
man.
was so
It's not no.
humiliated by Ford during the production that he refused to ever work with Ford again and never did. Almost all of Ford's friends he would work with, like Cox and Wayne and Ward Bond, but would not work with John Ford. Hated the man.
Huh.
Received so much abuse during the making of the Three
There's Harry
Godfathers
Carey Jr.
that he considered ending his career after one.
Yeah, it's nice. He almost drove him out of films.
Abuse was a sign
I don't know if anybody would have noticed, but
Ford ignored him.
Wow.
Harry Carey Jr. didn't do a lot of movies anybody's heard of.
Abused and threatened
No.
those he knew
He had
that
small parts in a lot of good movies. He's got a small part in
could not have
Big
been a
Jake,
pleasant
and
experience to deal with Ford,
after the
who was
40s, just
notoriously thin-skinned
I mean, he's got
and
the small part in
but
Tombstone,
it
of
could be
course.
worth it for an actor.
He plays Fred White in Tombstone.
Okay.
However, he did a lot for many of them.
There's the eye patch.
One
Yeah.
last thing to be said is that Ford claimed he was little
Like
more
the
than a
eye
movie
patch.
maker.
Yeah, he lost to cancer. Just in case anybody's curious how he lost the eye, it was because he had
This man
cancer in his.
may not have thought of himself that
He
way.
could have made up a good story like he was in a bar fight or something and, got knocked out with a broken bottle.
Oh, he
That would have been
probably
awesome.
he probably told a story like that because he was infamous for telling stories that just flat out weren't true.
Mr. Ford,
That's probably the story I would have told.
Yeah, he was even dishonest about what year he was born. He used to say 1895. He was born in 1894. I don't know what the year the difference made, but it did. But
But surely, out of all
this is
my
something
works,
Ford did to his people. He would get them to say something negative, and he'd push them to say something critical, and then he'd bring everybody together and say, "This person doesn't like this,"
Director, sir.
Like he was pushing Wayne on Stagecoach, and Wayne finally said, "Well, Andy Devine doesn't always handle the horses that great."
Some flaw.
And so then he brought everybody together and said,
Okay,
the Duke doesn't think that Andy Devine can handle a horse worth of shit. Like like he took it to that extreme.
Wow.
It just made Wayne feel terrible because Andy Devine was his friend. And Devine knew Ford well enough by that time to go, it's not the case.
Could everyone come here, please?
There we go.
So we pretty much did quite kind of the same exact thing.
Yeah, no, that's exactly where I got this from, is he just embarrassed
Isn't
people.
the fan he claims to be. In fact,
Yeah, but towards the end when they were doing Donovan's Reef, the female lead,
out of touch.
he almost never embarrassed females because that was the culture then.
Sure.
But he did it to her. And John Wayne grabbed him by the shirt collar after the shooting was over and took him to her trailer and made him apologize.
Huh.
And she was going to quit. She was going to leave until he came and
If he's not
apologized.
going to
So,
appreciate
Wow.
my work,
yeah,
maybe one of you fine gentlemen.
I'm
will
smiling
do
like a
better
dumbass
job.
again. I smiled so much when I'm filming. It's terrible.
Mr. Ford, Mr. Ford.
I enjoyed getting ready for this character by watching some of the video clips and things, and then maybe I'm grouchy anyway because it's pretty easy for me to get into the character.
No, but you did a great job.
Because you love the movies doesn't mean
I
you
mean,
don't love
that's how it shows how good a friend you are because you'll actually do this kind of thing.
Enjoyed the ride. and had fun
I don't think if you were a good friend, you
watching
would do this sort of thing, right?
trails.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Challenge matches.
I mean, that's the thing with pretty much everybody's in my stuff. They're all my friends.
It's just what I'm like. I like looking back because for us being real early into making these videos, I
Yeah.
thought it came across really well.
That's why the sound, lighting, and film work is terrible. I've gotten so much better at that stuff.
But for what it was, it played off pretty good.
Yeah. This was old Windows Movie Maker. I don't use that anymore. And so the editing's gotten better. And Peter Bogdanovich. Great name. Bogdanovich. Good director, too. All right. Well, thanks, Layne.
Sure.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mark.
Yeah. I'm glad you're my buddy. So
I enjoyed revisiting this because it was truly fun. And
yeah. I think we riff it on each other a lot in the videos, and I just want to point Layne really is my friend. He's the guy I go to for stuff, and so all right.
When you're good friends, you can give each other a lot of crap. So
Yeah. All right. Thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks, Mark.
you.
See you later.
Bye.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So even though you're talking, so you're still facing this direction, even though you're talking to me. Yeah. Right, you little
fucking
buddy.
hilarious. Stare at him.
Just sit on my lap. That's a little on the bizarre side. I think we're gonna pass on that joke.
No.
We would personally find it funny. Everybody else find it a little weird. I'm just putting that out there.
Oh, the crude